I got some bangers. Once again, the king of Cash America is back, baby. And time to head to my favorite pawn shop, Cash America. It's been months. Let's see what we can find. Let's go. Sorry I couldn't film in there much, but y'all, I got a stack of games. I did very well. I'll show you at the bench. All right, so as you can see, I am back in my apartment, and that is mostly because the bench was full when I got there. I don't like to film recaps and stuff when I have a bunch of people around just because it's kind of weird. So I couldn't film that. And then honestly, when the bus finally did show up, I actually just went home. Normally I'd go to GameStop to do my trade-ins and film a little bit more content, but it was so brutally hot. It was 91. It felt like almost 100. So I was absolutely drained and needed to leave. But regardless, we have some games to go over. I think you're gonna like these. So obviously the GoPro died the last episode, so I don't have actual in-store footage to show. And that's a shame because I got some bangers. Once again, the king of Cash America is back, baby. And we got a huge stack of games. And what's crazy is if you remember in the last episode, I paid about 21 bucks for 3 games from Value Pawn. $7 a piece. I paid 22 for all of these. So I paid $1 more and got 11 games from Cash America. That's how you do it. It pays very, very much to make relationships and, you know, get to know people, especially if you're doing game hunting on a regular basis. That Cash America loves me. I know everybody there. They know me well. Like, literally, it doesn't matter who rings me up. They're immediately going to knock off several bucks. Like, they've started flat pricing their games now. All of them were way cheaper than what they flat marked them. So, and those were already low. So let's just get into it. So I got 3 games I'm going to be trading into GameStop for very good profits. And then the rest I got to keep. And I got some gems. So first up is going to be this envelope that has Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One. So they had a little pile of loose disc games. And I went through them because I figured, you know, it's probably more likely that they're going to cut me a better deal if I just pick out loose disc copies of games, just to see what they had. And they not only had 1 Grand Theft Auto 5, they had 2 loose disc copies. Both of these are in decent shape. They're a little, like, smudgy, but they're in good shape. So I picked both of these up. Now, they gave me a bulk price, so I'm sure the games were in different price ranges, but I just divided it all up. I got 11 games, so I paid $2 a game. So these were probably $1 each, and some of the other games might have been $3, but I'm just going to mark it up as $2 a piece because that's what it ended up being. So I paid $4 for this envelope. Each copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One is going for about $5.50 in trade-in at GameStop. So that's $7 in profit immediately. Can't go wrong there. The next game, and this one I was surprised they had because it's a newer game for sure, although I already have it. If I didn't already have it, and I have it for the platform where people have requested I play it on, I would absolutely keep this, but I already have it. So we have Evil Dead the game on the Xbox Series X. Yeah, it's the Evil Dead multiplayer game. I haven't played it yet. I have it on PS5 because that's where my friends want to play it. But yeah, Evil Dead the game was $2. $2 for this game. And it's worth $5.50 as well in trading credits. So $6 turned into $15, $16, $50. Pretty good. Nice, easy work. So these are all the games that I'm keeping. And you're going to be surprised by some of these. I got a lot of older gen games, a couple new, well, one new one. And some stuff that, again, just, it blows my mind that people just sat on these. Like they didn't look and pay attention. So the first game I got, and I'm generally shocked I got this for as cheap as I did, because it's a Nintendo Switch game. And no one sells Switch games for cheap. Pawn shops don't. They just, as soon as they see Nintendo Switch, they immediately upcharge it. I mean, granted, Switch games tend to be worth a lot more than some other platforms, but this one I've looked at picking up several times, and to get it for $2, I think is a great score. We have The Last Kids on Earth. It looks like a fun, like, action-adventure game. I've looked at this, picking up this game a few times, but I can't be picking it up for $2. So I paid $2 out of pocket for this, and it is worth $10. So, pretty solid score there. Now we're going to get into the fun stuff, and there's some fun stuff in there. So, this game, I'm pretty sure I've heard of. They only had one Wii game in the entire store, and it looks awful. I have a feeling it is awful, but I'm always down to play bad Wii games, so we'll see how it goes. It's complete. We have Counterforce on the Wii. It's a Wii shovelware game released by Conspiracy Entertainment. That's all you need to know. You know it's going to be bad. I'm sure it released for $20 when it came out. But I didn't pay $20. I paid $2. And this is worth $6. So, still a decent bundle. Spoiler alert, I'm going to make a profit on every single game here. I think that's pretty obvious considering I only paid $2 a piece for these. But yeah, I made a profit on all of them. I'm going to save that one for the end because it's just kind of a funny one. Next, I picked up a PS2 game. They had a lot of older gen games, which again, you don't see that a lot in pawn shops. Most of the pawn shops that I go to, they got a lot of PS4, a lot of Xbox. Every now and again, you'll see like Wii, and then some of the shops have like Switch, but they are all overpriced. One of the pawn shops that you'll see in the next episode had a bunch of Switch games, most of which were priced about at what you would expect them to be, although I did pick up one, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. But I did pick this up mostly because it's in really good shape. I do already have this game on a different platform, but it's not every day you find a really good condition classic PS2 game, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well. The original Max Payne on the PlayStation 2. Now, this is getting a full remake, which is pretty cool. I don't know when that's coming out, but it is getting a full remake. I believe 2 is as well. So we'll see how that goes. It's being done by Remedy. But I got the original. I already have it on Xbox, but now I have it on PS2 as well. Paid $2, and this one is worth $8. So it actually has a decent amount of value. So if I ever wanted to flip my second copy of Max Payne, I can do so pretty easily. All right. I think that's the... Yeah, we're saving that for the end. So now we're going to go into some Xbox original games. And it's not every day you go to a pawn shop and find a bunch of original Xbox games. But that's exactly what we did today. And I'm pretty happy with the haul, especially the last one. We'll get to that. First off, we have Blood Wake on the Xbox. It's got old EB Games stickers on it, which are a pain to peel off. I tried peeling this one off, and it just would not come off, so I might just leave them. But it is complete and in very good condition. The disc is perfect. I don't think this is backwards compatible. I'll have to double check. But this is a Microsoft published game that came out very early in the original Xbox, and I never played it. I heard good things. I figured it's in good condition. I might as well grab it, especially if I can get it for as cheap as I did. So I paid $2 for Blood Wake, and it's worth $7. So again, Solid pickup. Next, we got some games that are in generic Xbox cases from GameStop. And I'm pretty happy with these. I think they are... Oh, that one needs some resurfacing. We're going to have to work on that later. But yeah, I figured, might as well pad out the original Xbox collection, because that's one collection I don't have a ton of games in. So we'll start with Dead to Rights on the original Xbox. This one is backwards compatible. So if you want to play it on a 360, you can. I'm not sure it's backwards compatible on the One or the Series X. It might be. This disc is not in great shape. So, and this case is not great. So I'm probably going to have to do some work on this. Probably replace the case and probably resurface it. But yeah, $2. And Dead to Rights is worth $5, so it's probably the least valuable game I picked up, but that's okay. This one I noticed, and I'm like, oh, I know this game is bad, but again, it's a movie game on the original Xbox, and might as well grab it because it's not one you see super often. We have Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines on the original Xbox. This one I don't believe is backwards compatible, so I think you have to play this on a actual Xbox, which I don't have right now. I'm gonna get one, just haven't done it yet. $2 for this, and it is worth $6. Now we get to my two favorite pickups of the entire lot. I mean, we got some solid games there, but these two by far were my favorites. This one, I saw this case that what was written on it, and I'm like, well, if that's what it is, I have to pick it up. A, because it's a GameCube game. B, because of the game it is. And sure enough, that is what it is. And they didn't upcharge it. Yes, we have, in an original Xbox case, Catwoman on the GameCube. So, this is the game that's based on the terrible Halle Berry Catwoman movie that EA made. It's on the GameCube. The disc looks decent. I just had to. Like, it's a GameCube game, and B, that's a fascinating one. You're just never gonna see again. So I had to grab it. Paid $2. That one was actually worth $9, I think. $10. So pretty happy with that. And then we get to this one, and this is the crown jewel. So the last time I went to Cash America, I did kind of a similar thing. I found a bunch of older gen games that I was really excited to pick up. And one of the gems, which happened to be the best game that I picked up the entire day, was Scarface: The World Is Yours on the original Xbox. And that's a pretty uncommon original Xbox game that actually has a pretty good amount of value. Well, while I was digging through, one of the things I did immediately is I asked, hey, can I look at all the blank cases? Because sometimes you can find stuff that you were not expecting. And this one I certainly did not expect. We did it again. We have a blank original Xbox case. I wish this was complete, because it'd be worth a lot more. But inside, we have The Warriors on the original Xbox. This is the Rockstar beat 'em up based on the classic 1970s movie. The disc is in good shape. This game is worth a lot. For an original Xbox game, it's a pretty valuable one. I paid $2. It's worth 19 loose. Loose. This game by itself is almost worth the entire lot. That says a lot. So that's everything we picked up from Cash America. But I do have one more game, and the best part about it is I got it for free. So, long story short, if you've ever used Credit Karma, it's a website that allows you to apply for credit cards and keep track of your credit score, all that. My credit's not very good, really admit that. So I was looking on there, and there was a section where they have credit cards that they suggest you apply for. Now I do have one, and it wouldn't be the worst idea to have a second. So they had one card where if you applied for it and you for some reason were not approved because it was under the Credit Karma guarantee, you would get a gift card. And I applied for it and was not approved. So they sent me a $50 Amazon gift card. So I went on Amazon. I'm like, all right, what do I want to use this for? And there's a game that came out a little while ago that I was pretty excited to pick up. When it came out, I didn't because I didn't have the money at the time. But I was able to find a copy in the Amazon warehouse. So this is a, I guess, pre-owned copy, but it's still in really good shape. It's in perfect condition, except for some minor blemishes on the cover or the case. But I have one of the games in this series. I think this is a remake of the first one. So I figured, you know what? Let's give it a shot. We have the Caligula Effect Overdose on the PS5. I have the Caligula Effect 2 on the Switch. So I figured I might as well try this one. It was completely free because of that gift card. Although I actually had some leftover money and I used that to buy Sour Belts because I am a child. But yeah, I paid nothing out of pocket for this because this was a completely free game. And it was worth $50. So a complete copy of Caligula Effect, $50. Pretty happy there. And that's it. We had a pretty strong selection of games that we picked up from Cash America and from GameStop. Or not from GameStop, from Amazon and my one free game. The king of Cash America strikes again, you know. I love that pawn shop. I've been going there for well over a year now. There's a reason why it's my favorite pawn shop. They always treat me well. They always give me killer deals, and I got a pretty killer deal today. Spending $2 a game and got a really nice handful of games, including 3 that almost paid for the lot in itself in trading credit. Can't complain. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. We got one more game hunting video from this session coming out, and it's a doozy. It's got some good stuff, including a couple pretty expensive games I picked up from BGP, going to another pawn shop and surprisingly scoring, and a trip to GameStop to take a look at the retro drawer to see what goodies lie inside. So see that next week. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.